Is it as good as everyone is saying? This is by Penguin Zero, aka Moist Critical.
Glaze is a powerful thing, and it spreads like a virus. To some people, it's like a drug almost, where they can't help but just spread it. And what you find to be glaze-worthy, I might not, and vice versa, but I'm something of a glaze epidemiologist, where once something starts to spiral, I start to study and try and sink my teeth into it to find out, does it deserve this level of adoration?
I just want to quickly say, Sentenced to Be a Hero absolutely deserves all the hype. That is by far one of the best, and I said it on my TikTok too the other day. It is hands down the best first episode out of anything that's already come out in the winter 2026 season. Granted, not a lot of anime came out yet, so it's like, you know, you got JJK coming out, Free Run Season 2, and Hell's Paradise also coming back. So, like, there's a lot of bangers coming, but as for just brand new non-sequels, gas first episode. And it's an hour long, which me and a lot of people can appreciate.
And such is the case with an anime that just premiered called Sentenced to Be a Hero. I'd never heard of it before, but seemingly out of nowhere, tons of people gushing grannies over it. I've even seen some people say that this will be the biggest anime of the season, which is
gushing grannies.
Big boy words. That's beefier than this fart. Don't know if the mic picked it up. That one was just a bunch of air. The hair was a
Moist really just be saying the randomest,
not a lot of bass there.
Shit.
Point is, this is a
this.
stacked season for anime. Some huge names are coming in for a new season that people are extremely excited for. But right now, all eyes and all attention are on Sentenced to Be a Hero. Now, granted, it has started before a lot of the other ones, but it has a huge 9.1 rating as of me making this video, so of course, I had to check it out. Does it live up to the hype?
Yes.
Now, there's only one episode of it right now, but it's an hour long, which I really appreciate it. I think that's always pretty special. To me, that shows like a level of confidence in the show that they believe it's going to be a spectacle, and we're coming out, you know, the gloves are off. So it's 1 hour premiere here for Sentenced to Be a Hero. And let me tell you, wow, is it...
He likes it. He likes that shit. Bro, everything about that first episode was so good. From, like, the atmosphere it gave off, the animation was super clean, and just the story in general. Now, I will say a lot of people might just call it, like, a generic, like, It has to do with, like, that kind of plot. I think the best thing I can relate it to is Rise of the Shield Hero, where you got a hero, or I guess a holy knight, that gets blamed for... Okay, spoilers, by the way. Let me say that. But gets blamed for a crime that he didn't commit, and then has to basically fight off this corruption that he'll probably end up winning. But, like, I do see some people saying it's a generic plot, but just the way they handle it, peak! Absolute peak.
Impressive. Like, the visuals in this are incredible. I saw that was a lot of
so
people's
good.
like big point is how great the action is in Sentenced to Be a Hero. They weren't lying. It is constant action throughout this hour, and it is animated beautifully. It goes fucking hard, and I love that our main character, Xylo's power, isn't the standard, you know, like super strength kind of thing. He uses sacred seals. One of them lets him fly. And the main one you see him using for combat is he imbues swords with fire and light, which cause them to explode. So he throws swords that blow up on impact, and he uses it to kill demons.
Bro, literally the entire fight scenes in that anime is straight explosions. I mean, homie is tossing kunais, and they're erupting. I mean, it is straight explosions, and honestly, I think we're all here for it. It looks so good.
In this show, they're called
glazing,
fairies.
but like
they're controlled by a
worthy
demon
of the
lord.
glaze.
It is extremely hype. This premiere felt like I was watching the finale to an anime season. Like, this was almost anime movie level quality for this hour. I was very, very, very impressed. They were definitely right when it came to the hype around the action and the animation.
I do want to say, and yes, everything Moist is saying is correct. The only thing I do worry, especially when it comes to these 1 hour first episode animes, is that they end up dropping off in quality because the animation studio spent so much time on, like, the first couple of episodes. it doesn't always happen, but like sometimes it's enough to the point where you notice it later on. So I'm hoping that consistency stays. Um, I don't even know enough about the new the studio that's actually making the anime. I saw the name of it. It was like something Kai. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are they new? Somebody tell me in the comment section because I didn't recognize them.
It was extremely
I just hope they keep up the
good.
quality.
Now, I also was pretty interested in the world they built here. Hero shows are a dime a dozen. That's like the main thing. Even outside of anime, everything is geared towards like hero type content. So immediately the name Sentence to be a Hero, I thought, okay, it'll probably be a pretty generic hero anime, which is fine as long as, it's cool. They do give it a different spin. So in this universe, being a hero is like the worst thing you can be. It's a crime.
Yep.
Rather, it is like the biggest possible punishment for criminals. When people see a hero like Xylo, they're not excited. They're angry, they're upset, because they know that the reason he is a hero is because he was sentenced to be one, meaning he is the lowest of the low. He is a piece of shit that took a shit.
Bro, it's actually crazy. Like, any character that ends up realizing that the person that just saved their life is a hero do a complete 180. I mean, they go from, oh my god, thank you so much for saving us, to, oh, you disgusting piece of shit, how dare you? How dare you not just let me die? That is literally the attitude they give them. It's bad. It's real bad.
You are punished. Like, the worst imaginable punishment in that world is being sentenced to be a hero.
They're disgusted by them.
Which gives you basically immortality, where even if you do die on hero duty, they drag your soul back from hell in order to make you be a hero again. So you're constantly being fundamentally tortured on the front lines fighting for the rest of the people around you.
Bro, you are stuck boxing for the rest of your life. And I said this on my TikTok too. And I don't know if this is true or not. This is kind of just like a speculation or a theory I made. But like, if you somehow manage to just survive the whole way through and not go insane, because apparently there are side effects to dying and then getting your soul implanted into somebody else's bodies, because that's what Xylo told us. So, we're just taking his word for it. We haven't seen it yet, but I'm assuming it's true. If that is the case, I made the theory that if you somehow survived up until that point before going crazy and you were a geezer and then just passed away, they would take your soul and then just implant it into somebody younger to just keep on boxing until all the demon lords are gone. And the craziest thing about the whole thing is that we don't actually know how many demon lords are in the story. I think like in the first episode they only fought the 46th or 47th. So, like, we could be up in the hundreds. I don't know.
So it's not like a noble position. It's like the worst position, which is an interesting spin on it. And also, they introduce goddesses, which are like these
human weapons
that are utilized by the knights. However,
I don't know if they're
in
human.
episode 1, our hero, Xylo, makes a pact with a goddess, and they are fundamentally like the most powerful weapon against the fairies / the demon lords. It's a really interesting spin off of tropes in the anime hero genre, and I'm very curious to see where it goes. That being said, it's very simple so far. We're only an hour in. Our main character, he was betrayed, and his crime seems to have all been a setup, and now he's forced to endure this eternal punishment for it, where he is viewed as like the ultimate evil.
Bro, I'm telling you, this is basically Rise of the Shield Hero, but instead of everybody just hating on the Shield Hero, they just hate heroes. It really is. It is similar, but like the atmosphere of everything is, I feel like, a little more like dark and serious besides Rise of the Shield. I feel like Rise of the Shield Hero Season 1 is a good comparison, but like after that, I don't know if you could compare the two, because Rise of the Shield Hero, it gets a little cartoony, I feel like. But definitely the closest comparison you can make.
And of course, there's other heroes around him, and now he has a new goddess that he has made a pact with, and they will be fighting fairies and demon lords, presumably for the rest of the season. So while it's not extremely deep right now, I could never expect it to be after just one episode, 1 hour long, but it is enough to get me hooked on the show. And I want to see it through for sure. Like, the action was incredible, the animation was amazing, and I do think the narrative is interesting enough and different enough from the others in there that it feels fresh.
Bro, honestly, animation-wise, and I just wanted to like throw this in there, animation kind of reminds me of Gurren Lagann. kind of like rough around the edges, but still super clean, if that makes sense. It's, I won't say new, but a more unique style for anyone that just hasn't started it and it doesn't, just wants to know what, like, if it's worth watching, which it is. I mean, if you haven't been sold at this point, literally, what are you doing? Like, dead ass, what are you waiting for? What are you trying to watch?
Overall, I really liked it. I definitely understand why there's so much hype around it now. I think it lives up to the hype for sure. Now, I do want to express there is only one episode out. So, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that this is like the best episode in the season. Like, maybe from here, the animation takes a fucking nosedive. We've seen it before. Ninja Kamui.
That is a crazy comparison, but that is true. Ninja Kamui, though, it didn't really fall off just on anime. Like, it just fell off on story building in general. We somehow went from talking about ninjas, shinobis, and losing family to just straight up boxing with cyborgs. And there was a bunch of CGI. I mean, it was honestly the CGI that killed the show too. That was crazy. I don't know who decided that shit. They probably got fired. Maybe not. I don't know. I hope not. I'd feel bad. Anyways,
Lord help us. Anyone that watched that train wreck unfold. The first 3 episodes, fucking masterpiece, and then it just eats the fattest ass you've ever seen. CGI out the wazoo, becomes like the worst mecha anime ever. They even had like AI images in it at one point. It was a fucking disaster. But it had 3 amazing, beautiful episodes in the beginning. Huge bait and switch with Ninja Kamui.
True.
I'm praying that's not the case with Sentenced to be a Hero.
True.
I'm pretty optimistic it won't go down that path.
I will say that is bold, like a bold claim, because honestly, like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if there's like a light novel or anything for Sentenced to be a Hero, but the reason I am a little worried is because I did try and check out the manga because there was a lot of hype for the trailer and as this thing was coming out. And there was only like 10 chapters, I think, in the manga. So I don't know if they're just making this all off the dome or if it's an anime original, I guess, like, for the rest of the story. But please, somebody let me know. Is there a light novel or not? Because I need my expectations to stay up here. If we start going down here, I'm going to drop it by, like, the 4th episode, and it's GG.
But I wanted to at least make a mention that it's something kind of in the back of my head here, since this was such an explosive, beautiful start to it. I don't know how many episodes are going to be in the season, but I wonder if they can keep up that level of quality throughout the entire series here. I feel like they probably can. I think they probably wouldn't have done an hour blowing their load right away if the rest is just trash. Like, if the rest is dog shit, I don't think they would just dump an hour immediately. They'd probably want to spread that out as much as they could. So I'm pretty confident that it's going to stay very high quality throughout. This was a real pleasant surprise of a show here, and another anime that I'll be watching this season. It really is crazy how stacked this season is. There are so many bangers, and now, from out of nowhere, from the top turnbuckle, Sentenced to be a Hero comes in and just fucking lat spreads. True. It was a really good premiere, and while we're on the subject of anime...
Well, I thought he was going to bring up another show. He is right, though, about the season being absolutely stacked. It's more the sequels more than like brand new shows coming out. There was another one that came out, I think, Jack of All Trades, and people have been telling me to watch that. That one seems okay. But as for just super, super big new titles, Sentenced to be a Hero is the only like super big one that I could think of. I'm sure there's more. You could literally go on any charts and find anything. But the sequels are what's really, really carrying. And as of right now, Sentenced to be a Hero. But again, only the first episode. We'll see.
I started Orb on the Movements of the Earth very recently. Well, I started a while ago, but then tons of other stuff came out, so I ended up watching that, fell to the back burner. Started again recently. What an incredible show. I haven't finished it yet, but man, what an amazing show. And then I heard that the creator of Orb made 100 Meters. Buddy mine Dankin.
Bro, the two, okay. Yeah, here we go. The 2 anime I have talked about already, complete bangers. 100 Meters is hands down. I'm really glazing. Like, I'm really glazing. But 100 Meters is such a good sports anime because it's not just talking about sports. Like, a lot of the time when you see a sports show or a sports anime, it really just talks about the journey, more on like the training sides of things, right? But this one is like, we already have someone that's super talented, and it's how they go throughout their entire life with that talent and the anxiety that comes with it. Super good. Again, on my TikTok, CharTheUnwise, shameless plug, but it's over there. A quick review if you just want the bare bones of what it's about, which I've already said. The talented guy at running 100-meter dash and faces anxiety throughout his life. Peak. Very good movie.
Hasn't stopped going ballistic over how good 100 Meters is, which
good.
is an anime movie that's on
Super
Netflix right now. So I also just watched that. What a fucking amazing movie.
Facts.
I've said this for the last, 3-4 years maybe. We are actually in the golden age of anime animation, in terms of how incredible these shows look. I know plenty of people will split hairs over the quality of anime that's coming out.
But people are definitely going to be. I mean, he's definitely talking about One Punch Man. There's no way. He's been shitting on One Punch Man the whole way through. I think he even made a video on the final episode, just being like, "Thank God it's done." I don't know if that was Moist Critical or Chibi. It might have been Chibi, low key. But yeah, that was a dumpster fire, absolutely. But I think the biggest thing with anime and just the community in general is how passionate everybody is. People want animation studios to throw out their best quality work. They want the animators, to be working in good positions. And I will also say there is another side of things where there's a big debate on censorship for anime, but that's a completely different topic that I'm not going to touch because that shit gets sticky. Some people are okay with it because, they want to separate the fiction with reality, and some people are like, nah, that shit is fucking weird. But I digress. It is a good time for anime for sure, especially with all the good shit coming out.
Whatever. I'm not here to have that debate. I'm talking purely from the standpoint of animation. It is breathtaking how incredible the shows and movies are that are coming out. Visual masterpieces. The spectacle is unbelievable. In 100 Meters, there is a 3.5-ish minute continuous shot that is painstakingly rotoscoped frame by frame. I looked it up. It's 9,800 or something drawings just for that one section.
What?
It is a clear labor of love, and the passion is oozing out from that film every second. I was really, really, really impressed with 100 Meters. And I'm really enjoying Orb, so I'm definitely going to be finishing Orb as well. Big fan of that creator now. Back-to-back bangers I really liked from them. I just wanted to briefly mention that here since I'm just yapping about anime. Incredible stuff is coming out right now. And like I said, this season is so fucking stacked. Also, Fate, the new Fate series just started. It just had its premiere. I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen Fate either. Apparently, the only thing I do know about Fate is that now it's in America. So Gilgamesh is literally going to be boxing in America, which is tough. And I heard the animation quality is different than what you're used to in Fate, but it's it's mind blowing. It's insane. I don't know if that means the choreography. I don't know if I said that word right. Choreography is good, or if that's just the FX, the VFX more specifically. I haven't seen it, but I'll probably watch it. So, yeah, we'll see.
That one yet, but apparently it's really good. So, anyway, yeah, back to the whole point of the video. Sentenced to be a hero. Great start. Excited to see more. That's really about it.
Facts.
It lived up to the hype.
Facts.
That's about it. See ya.
Facts. Just a video filled with facts. Go watch it. Go watch Sentenced to be a Hero. I can't express enough. And 100-meter dash. Watch that shit. It's so good. W video.